When I said I wanted to explore French phrases, I didn't mean emotionally. Well, dear, you invited a ménage à trois. What did you expect? Monoglot monotony? I'm writing a roman à clef about this exact moment. Guess who plays the tragic intellectual? Let me guess, you have a pied-à-terre in Paris too? Obviously, what else would I use to avoid reality? French phrases often sneak into English with a baguette under one arm and drama under the other. Today's trio, Très expressive. Ménage à trois, a domestic triangle, très delicate. Pied-à-terre, a tiny second home with très big bills. Roman à clef, the novel where secrets wear fake moustaches. But first, do subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. Merci beaucoup. Ménage à trois, pronounced ménage à trois in French, literally means household of three. In French, ménage means household, and the phrase originally referred to three people sharing a domestic arrangement. In English, though, it picked up a spicier implication, referring to a romantic or intimate triangle. But let's keep things tasteful, shall we? Think of it as the French equivalent of a love triangle, but with better lighting and probably wine. The sitcom's plot revolved around a supposed ménage à trois that was really just a rent-sharing disaster. He accidentally walked into a plot worthy of a French film, a classic ménage à trois with lingering glances, unresolved tension, and an accordion soundtrack. What began as a friendship turned into a curious ménage à trois. Ménage comes from the Latin mansionem, meaning dwelling. The phrase entered English in the 19th century, and by the 20th, its use had expanded and raised a few eyebrows. When Louis Garrel, the French actor and director, was questioned about why he made the film Two Friends about a three-person romantic relationship, he said, "I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna do exactly what you think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a ménage à trois movie." He was essentially saying that he embraced the ménage à trois theme because it was the kind of thing that was expected from him. A pied-à-terre, literally foot to the ground, is a small secondary residence, often in a city, used occasionally, not as a main home. Think that one-bedroom flat in Mumbai you use 3 weekends a year, which you really can't afford. It's the real estate equivalent of a part-time lover, chic, elusive, and wildly expensive. My pied-à-terre in South Bombay is little more than a cupboard, but I like to think of it as charming. His pied-à-terre was modest, just one chandelier, 2 balconies, and a butler named Cholakant. They listed their pied-à-terre on Airbnb, but the first set of guests wrecked the place, so they closed it down. From French pied, foot, à, at, terre, ground. It's pronounced pied-à-terre in French, first used in English in the early 19th century to describe the small urban apartments of wealthy country estate owners. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the earliest use of pied-à-terre in print in English is from 1823, in the writing of the poet Thomas Moore. In a letter to his brother Theo, painter Vincent van Gogh wrote, "I would keep a pied-à-terre and then I could certainly make a trip as far as Marseille or further to find better." A roman à clef, literally novel with a key, is a story about real people and events, but with the names changed and moustaches added. The key is knowing who's who. It's the author's way of saying, I'm not naming names, but you know who I'm talking about. the rom-com was really a roman à clef about Bollywood's most photogenic breakup. Reading her roman à clef was like decoding a gossip column with better sentence structure. It was supposed to be fiction, but everyone recognized themselves in the roman à clef and immediately sued the author. From French, roman, novel, à clef, with a key. The phrase dates back to the 17th century, used when authors wanted to spill tea, but with plausible deniability. Sometimes a clef or key would be published separately, a list matching fictional characters with their real-life counterparts that helped readers recognize the players. Talking about readers' reactions to a fictionalized account of real events, media writer Dave Itzkoff commented, "When you write a roman à clef, there's a tendency on the part of the reader to wonder how much of this is true, how much invented." So whether you're juggling a ménage à trois of flatmates, feelings and fridge politics, living your best life in a Pied-à-Terre, or writing a roman à clef about your frenemies, remember, borrowing from French doesn't just add flair, it adds layers. Language lets us dress up reality with just enough mystery to make it amusing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And share any words, phrases or other topics that you'd like me to unpack next. Thank you for suggesting these phrases, Chandrasekhar Ghosh. And thank you all for watching. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.